I'm Tom Moore, and me and my squad are on the taxi cab cruising downtown.
I'm Sean McCollum, and the Jets won. Wow.
I'm Matt Manno, and surprising absolutely no one, I choked in the playoffs for the third year in a row.
I'm Finnegan Corcoran Dolan, and we have your In the Stands interview.
Hello and welcome to BMB's Primetime Fantasy Report for Week 15 in the NFL. Starting things off, joining us is longtime Buffalo Bills fan, Mr. Stein. So, Mr. Stein, for the first time since 1995, I wasn't even born then, and my parents also weren't married then, the Buffalo Bills have won the AFC East. The last time the Bills won, Josh Allen wasn't born, I wasn't born, as like I just said, Bill Belichick was still coaching the Browns, the Texans were not even a team, and the Dallas Cowboys were actually good at football. What do you see from the future of the Buffalo Bills for the rest of the season?
This is an exciting year. You know, they're a year ahead right now. The goal right now is just, they won the division. Let's get to the playoffs. Let's win a playoff game. Maybe win 2 playoff games. Anything after that is gravy. This team is on the move. Brandon Beane has built an amazing team. Sean McDermott is doing a tremendous job coaching them with the process. They have good players who want to play the game the right way, and they're on the move. They're on the march. Josh Allen is proving to all the naysayers that he can play quarterback in this league at a high level.
I was high on Josh Allen when he came into the league. I was annoyed when he went to a division rival. But how does it feel that your division rival, New England Patriots, are going to be out of the playoffs? I'm mad about it. How do you feel?
I'm sorry. I don't know the team you're referring to. The New England, weren't they good a few years ago?
It was a year. It's been a year. It's been a year, and we'll be back next year.
Like, I'll be honest, it's a name I remember well from the
wow.
But
disrespect. The disrespect. You guys haven't been good since '95. We've got 6. We've got more rings than you've got. We've got 6 rings. You got 4 Super Bowl losses in a row. What, 1 division title and all went to your head?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Those rings must make it hard for you guys to tackle this year, because it seems.
I can't come back. I can't come back from that. That is so true. We cannot tackle all year. Yeah. All year. Nobody can tackle.
Maybe it's too many rings on the fingers, and if you're weighted down by all of that jewelry, and.
That could be true. Also, or it could be that our leader of the defense, Dante Hightower, opted out. It could be that. So how does it feel? Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
Well, don't worry. We'll be back next year. We'll be back, and also we play each other next week. Good luck to you. So, how do you stick with the team that hasn't been that is not relevant often? The Buffalo Bills throughout all these years.
Yes, but they're relevant this year. So.
How'd you manage to stick with them?
When you're a fan of a team, you're a fan of a team. And, you'll see, growing up, the next probably 10, 15, 20 years, you'll have to, relive the glory days of when you were in 8th grade and 7th grade and the Patriots were relevant. And, one day you'll be telling a little Mannos about the days when the Patriots actually played the game of football.
Wow. Hey, don't count us out too early. I'm a Mets fan. I can attest to sticking with a team that's been bad all these years. But things are looking up for the Mets too. So where do you rank the duo of Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs among the best in the league? Top 5, top 10? Where do you rank them?
I mean, they have to be. I mean, it doesn't matter who the other teams have. Allen and Diggs are on another level right now. They know where each other is going to be. I mean, Allen could hit Diggs with his eyes closed half the time. And if for some reason Diggs doesn't catch the ball, it's going to end up in Cole Beasley's hands. And not just remember, they get John Brown back in a week or 2, and John Brown is a field stretcher, and that's just going to open up even more for Allen and Diggs and Allen and Beasley.
John Brown is also one of these guys. Josh Allen can launch the ball 80 yards down the field. The Bills player. I saw this on Instagram a couple of days ago. The Bills have thrown have thrown touchdowns to more players than anyone else in the NFL in a regular season ever.
Yep,
Josh
they have the
Allen
record.
is such a good quarterback. He spreads the ball around, kind of reminding me of what Brady did with the Patriots.
Josh Allen has even caught one of those touchdown passes.
That is true.
And the crazy thing about the team this year is one of the guys who has yet to catch a touchdown pass is Devin Singletary, one of their main running backs. So it's going to be 14 before the end of the season.
I am a little mad about that whole Singletary thing because Singletary I drafted in an auction league and we finished that last. It was bad. So what do you think about Singletary? You think he'll finally find a way to shine? Do you think it'll be Zach Moss from here on out?
I think it'll be a timeshare. The two of them are both carrying the ball. There's no reason to wear either one of them out. They have a different type of skill set. Moss is more of the ground and pound. Singletary is just got the moves, and
You call him motor for no reason.
the Bills can beat you so many ways.
And one last question. You're looking in the playoffs. Who do you want if it comes down to an AFC championship in Buffalo or elsewhere, who do you want the most to play? Who would you want to play the most out of teams that currently still have a chance in the playoffs?
The Chiefs. Yeah, it has to be the Chiefs.
You want the Chiefs the most? I would, if I was in the spot you were, I would want the Steelers.
Now you want to, if you're going to win, if you're going to the Super Bowl, you want to play the best on the way to the best. You don't want anyone saying after you win a Super Bowl, oh, well, they got lucky because so-and-so got knocked out along the way. They played a game against the Chiefs when the Bills were on a bit of a downswing. Allen was hurt. It was in the middle of that weird COVID thing with the Titans. Give me the Chiefs again, and let's see Allen and Mahomes go head-to-head.
That'll be such a matchup. I bet if that happens, we'll see at least 2 60-plus yard touchdowns. It'll be a great one.
Yeah.
So as I've been saying, you won't have to be worried about us in the postseason, but I wish you the best of luck to your squad. Buffalo Bills for the rest of the way, even though I wish you best of luck, even though I don't want to see another Super Bowl in the AFC East. Back to the Jets. Sean, who you definitely don't worry about, back to you.
Yes, Stein, you don't have to be worried about us.
Oh boy, here we go. I did it again. I choked in the playoffs. It's me and the purple teams. 2017, Adam Thielen gives me 3 points in the fantasy championship and I lose. 2018, I don't play fantasy. 2019, the Ravens bench all of their starters and I had 3 of them and I lose in the championship round to Hayden. This year, Chris Godwin gives me 4.5 in week 14 in my starting lineup. This week, he gave me a good 15 on my bench.
So depressed, Manno.
I know. I put up 116. That was my starting lineup. Want to know how much my bench of less players and no quarterback? I had no quarterback on my bench. You want to know how much my bench put up? 108.72.
Manno, I might as well say you might just quit. Hit the quit button, bud.
I need to win a championship. I need to. Oh my God, I suck. But oh well. Hey Finn, you're going down. Whatever, you're going down. Third place is mine. This is an easy one. I beat you the first time. I'll do it again.
Speaking of the championship week, I took a tough loss this week to Tom and what was a 2-week playoff race. I started a week out confident with a 20-point lead, and then all went downhill from there. Tom, it was a great 2 weeks, man, and good luck to you in the next round.
Boys, we're moving on. Manno, I don't know how your bench almost outscored your starting lineup, but that's right.
Hey, I'll tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
Go straight ahead, Manno.
A whole chain reaction. Devontae Parker, he gets on Saturday, I had to decide between Curtis Samuel and Devontae Parker. I chose Samuel, and it was the right choice. But had I chosen Parker, I could have benched Parker, put in any of the other guys. Russell Gage, who I just picked up. Chris Godwin would have done better. Not only that, Noah Fant was on my bench. Sue me for thinking a tight end who hasn't put up a 10-point game in weeks would give me 20 against 8, one of the best defenses in the league, with a quarterback who can't throw a ball 20 yards.
And Manno, that's right not the championship. So.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh boy, we got.
Finn, it was a great 2 weeks. And as they always said, the better man comes out on top. It's going to be me to Hayden, and it's going to be a good 2 weeks. I'll tell you that for sure. He's got playoff matchups that are in his favor for sure. And just overall, it's looking like a championship final week that we won't forget.
Definitely not. Like every episode, we're going to tell you who had the most fantasy points. Starting out with our list is kicker Caro Santos, the Chicago Bears, who put up 15 fantasy points. Santos was perfect on Sunday's win over the Vikings.
The highest scoring tight end is Darren Waller from the Las Vegas Raiders, who put up 30 points, but unfortunately, they still lost. But he had a great game.
Similar to Waller, Calvin Ridley had a phenomenal game, but still lost. Ridley put up 32.3 fantasy points in Sunday's loss to Brady and the Bucs.
Anyone want to hear another I suck at fantasy story from another league I'm in? So, Calvin Ridley was on my bench in another league when I could have went to the championship, and you want to know why he was on my bench? Because I had Julio Jones in and just completely neglected to set my lineup.
Do you play fantasy football?
Yes, I don't know.
So does this
terrible
mean now?
manager, Manno.
So does this mean now you're gonna have to go say I bet he outscored Julio Jones now for the whole entire episode.
No.
Hey guys, I'm just saying to all the people that are watching us right now, if you're in a league with Manno, just call it an easy W. Like
In the playoffs, sure, but I went 12-1.
No. We're talking about regular season too, man.
But Manno, yeah, we're talking like everyone.
I beat all
Everyone.
three of you. All three of you.
Manno, you know who beat me? You know who beat me on your team?
Who?
Chris Godwin.
I know. It's not funny.
He came up big in the regular season, Manno, but not the playoffs.
It sounds a lot like my managing skills. Non-existent in the playoffs.
You want to know what I've been through this fantasy season?
I
had to go on this show every week, talk about how the Jets lost because that wasn't shocking to anybody. I had freaking Saquon Barkley tears ACL week 2. There goes the season. Lamar Jackson finally came back down to planet Earth. There goes the season. Everybody was hurt. There goes the season.
Hold on.
Wait, whoa.
Saquon's injury, right? Happened like week 2, right? You had a solid 10 weeks to have a solid waiver wire ad. James Robinson
do
out there.
He was.
No. Listen. I picked up
Devontae.
I picked out Devontae Freeman because he was Barkley's replacement. You want to know what he did 2 weeks? You want to know what he did 2 weeks later?
What?
You want to know what he did 2 weeks later?
No, you didn't do that.
You want to know what he did 2 weeks later?
Drop a dud.
He got hurt.
Yeah.
He hurt
Manno, I don't even want to start, okay? You won 1.2 when you faced me. All right, 1.2 of points. You won because of, I think, your kicker. So, I don't even want to hear it.
Finn, I still beat you. A win's a win, and I'm
okay,
going
1.2. 1.2.
I'm going to do it again.
1.2. Okay, we're going to.
Okay, moving on. From the Dallas Cowboys, RB1, it was Tony Pollard, who put up 31.2 fantasy points in the Cowboys' win over the 49ers on Sunday. Pollard was a key part to their win. Hopefully, he can prove himself more on Sunday against the division rivals in the Eagles next week.
It's cool to see some new names on the list. Continuing that trend, rookie quarterback Jalen Hurts put up 37.8 fantasy points. Man, the Eagles should have been playing this kid all season because he's a great factor in helping the Eagles put up some points, not just to intercept the game away.
So who won in the final weeks of the NFL regular season? The Chargers were able to defeat division rival Las Vegas Raiders on Thursday Night Football. This game was decided in a sudden death overtime. The Raiders were able to put up a field goal, but that wasn't stopping rookie quarterback Justin Herbert, who had an incredible performance, throwing 2 touchdowns and 314 passing yards.
The Green Bay Packers were able to defeat the Carolina Panthers, but according to quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the win left sour taste in his mouth. The former MVP explained that a win like this will not beat some of the better teams in the NFL this year. The Packers secured a playoff spot already and are getting closer and closer to home field advantage with every win.
I'm sorry, Finn. I'm just going to go real quick. Manno, why do you sound so depressed? Is it because you lost in fantasy?
Manno, you really do.
It's my presenting voice from AP Seminar.
So you just depressed your whole AP seminar class?
Yeah.
And in a close game, the Colts defeated the Texans 20-27. This game came to the end where the Colts recovered a late fumble that could have won the game for the Texans. Deshaun is such a good QB, and you hate to see him being on a losing team.
Don't mess with King Henry, baby. He will shove your head to the floor. Just ask the Detroit Lions. The Titans had a field day against the Lions on Sunday, and so did Ryan Tannehill. He threw for 3 touchdowns and ran in for 2 more touchdowns. Titans are getting closer and closer to playoff final. But Manno, hold on a second. Earlier in the show, you said you had no quarterback on your bench. I just looked. You had Tannehill on your bench, Manno.
I did? Well, I used him 1 week. That's why I forget.
It's okay, Manno.
It wouldn't matter. I think Kyler outscored him, so it doesn't matter.
That's true.
As producer Sean Petrius would say, the Bears can still make the playoffs. An important Bear that had an incredible game was David Montgomery. Monty was on fire, and he ran in for 2 touchdowns and 146 rushing yards. He was a great help to your fantasy team and the Bears team. The Bears season is getting to the wire, and a possible playoff spot is closing in.
The Seattle Seahawks closed a playoff spot by defeating the Washington football team on Sunday. The NFC East is still such a close division. I don't even know when this race will end. Washington still holds the lead in the division with 6 wins and 8 losses. Imagine being in first place with a record like that.
That's why it's the NFC least.
That's my line.
Well, I still looked at it, Manno.
That's fine. Whatever. Q does this kind of stuff every week with the Jets, so now it's my turn. We lost, we suck. We're out of the playoff. Clean house for everyone except Belichick's Trey Lance 2021. And also, J.C. Jackson should have made the Pro Bowl. Moving on.
Now you finally feel my pain as a Jets fan. This is the first time you haven't made the playoffs since 2008, and like you, we had a bust of our own. You want to know who the bust was? Braden Manno, punter.
Braden Man should not have.
Manno, the Patriots era and dynasty is over.
I'll tell you why you're wrong. Right, I'll tell you where you're wrong right after this commercial break. Actually, no, there's no commercial break. We don't get ads. Anyway, so we'll be back next year. Believe me, we got 5. We had the most opt-outs. We lost our captain of our defense, Dante Hightower. He'll be back next year. We have $131 million in cap space. We'll have a top 15 pick. We'll use it on a quarterback. Get Cam Newton out of here. We will have a good football team as long as Jacoby Myers and Damian Harris and the rest of our young guys like JC, should have been a Pro Bowler, continue to develop. As long as all the pieces fall into place, we'll be back next year. Just you wait.
All right, switching gears a little bit, we're going to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars, where they may be seeing Trevor Lawrence in the near future, and that's tough to say as a Jets fan. It's tough, man. It's tough. They're a huge loss against the Ravens. Lamar Jackson threw 3 touchdown passes and ran in for 1. Even with all that, Finn still lost to fantasy, and I took the W. Also, Des Bryant scored his first touchdown since 2017. It was good to see his signature X held up once again.
The Falcons cannot hold on to a lead against Brady on any team.
Shocking. Absolutely nobody. Hey, where have we seen this before? They got defeated by the Dallas Cowboys 41-33. Not many takeaways from this game other than, just like Hugh said, Niners can't win without Kittle or Garoppolo. Crazy to think that they were in the Super Bowl just this past February. Maybe next season we'll see a better 49ers team. I don't think so, though. I think they won't make the playoffs again.
The Cardinals defeated the Eagles, which helped my New York Giants secure the 2nd place in our division. Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins might be one of the best offensive pairs this season. Imagine trading for the 40th pick in the 2020 draft and 4th round in 2021. I'm looking at you, Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jets are officially the worst franchise in sports history.
They can't even tank right.
They
cannot tank correctly.
And the week I needed the most. Cam Akers, great job, buddy. Great job. The week I needed you most.
I could talk about hours and hours of a Jets episode of this podcast just saying where we've gone wrong, what's gone wrong, and I'm sure viewers, I don't know if you would like that or not, but I compare myself to Stephen A. when I talk about the Jets because I get very angry about this topic. I'll just go through the main pieces. Sam Darnold. I think he has a good future. However, Adam Gase is the worst coach, not just in NFL right now, NFL history, period. He does not know how to run an offense. He doesn't even let his own quarterback call the plays. Darnold literally said on a radio show, on the Michael Kay show, he said he doesn't get to call the plays. What type of quarterback does not call the plays? And now, Trevor Lawrence, have fun in Jacksonville. It's not that fun there, but you could try to do something there. Justin Fields, I don't even want you on the Jets. You threw 3 interceptions in the Big Ten Championship against Northwestern. If that is what I'm gonna see out of you in the NFL, then there is no bowl. What are you doing? I'm in the podcast.
Oh, I didn't know. How did I know that?
Why do you think I'm talking about the Jets like that?
McNeil 6 for 6, 20 points in the first half.
I was in the middle of talking.
Damn Q.
That was so.
Well, Q, we're going from the worst team in the NFL to one of the two best in the NFL. In a very close and entertaining game, the Chiefs handed the Saints their fourth loss of the season on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs are Super Bowl favorites, and they really should be. This team is fun to watch, and you're always certain to see an amazing play from them. I will put your money on Kansas City.
I'd agree with that. Can we get like some mid-season Super Bowl predictions? Can we get some like Week 15 Super Bowl predictions right now? Right now?
Let's go, Manno.
Let's go to Finn first. Finn, who do you think? Super Bowl prediction right here, right now.
You might think I'm crazy here, but I think we'll be seeing the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Seattle Seahawks. I think both teams just looking too good, and I know my New York Giants beat the Seahawks, but you can't take one game out of their whole season. I think the Seahawks are a very dominant team, and Patrick Mahomes, I think he's on the way to winning a MVP, maybe Aaron Rodgers in the mix there too, but I think those two teams will be in the Super Bowl.
Manno, take it away.
Hey, how bad would it be if I said the Cardinals? How bad would it be if I said the Cardinals?
Very.
Manno, it wouldn't be bad.
It would
Just go with your prediction, Manno. What's your prediction?
It would be.
How can
I'm
you
going
fuck it
to-
up, Manno?
I'm going
Your opinion,
Bills.
your opinion.
I'm going Bills.
I just, Manno. All right, go.
LA Bills and LA Rams. I'm doing it. Bills and LA Rams.
Well, Manno, I'm going. I think Sunday we saw a Super Bowl 55 preview. Sunday afternoon, I just said it. I think it's gonna be the Chiefs and the Saints. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I think Drew Brees wasn't great that first half, but he started to pick up a little second half after the rib injury. You get him back. They're looking like they're getting Michael Thomas back in the playoffs. This is going to be a Saints team that we saw a couple years ago, and it was just trending up for them. And then talking about the Chiefs, Chiefs defense really showed up this year. They were having problems last year. The secondary, they got a top 10 defense this year, and forget about the offense, man. It's just the best offense, too explosive. So I think it's gonna be Chiefs and Saints. How about you, Q?
Did we all forget about the number 1 seed in the NFC? Did we forget about the possible MVP right now? Don't tell me we all forgot about Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams and the Green
That's
Bay
their
Packers.
whole offense right there. That's them three. And don't forget about Aaron Jones. That's their whole offense.
If that's their whole offense, then
A
they're
team's
the
going to shut
number
them down.
one
A
in the
team's
NFC.
going to shut them down, Q.
I believe my Super Bowl prediction, I have the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, the best player, in my opinion, in the NFL, with that electric defense with Tyrann Mathieu and Chris Jones. And I believe they will be taking on, from the NFC, the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, and Jair Alexander. And I have the Kansas City Chiefs winning 2 years in a row.
Such a basic prediction.
Well, what'd you think I was going to say? I was going to go into PPR numbers and, weekly numbers?
Nah, I'm just saying, it's a basic prediction. Let's go with 2 number 1 seeds.
Well, look at what happened last year. Both number 1 seeds made it.
Yeah, and then now look at the other number 1 seed out of the playoffs entirely.
Sunday night's game saw my Giants in an ugly showing against the Browns. We needed to really win this game, and we couldn't just get our offense going. We still have a very good shot at the playoffs because we're in the NFC East, NFC Least.
Finn, you said it right the second time. NFC least. So, as we go to the AFC North, we have ourselves upset alert. Terrible joke. Aside, the Steelers had a shot to secure their playoff spot in Cincinnati. Took that chance and snatched it right out of their hands like Juju, aka TikTok boy, and the football. in the football in the first quarter of that game. It was all Giovanni Bernard. He had a total of 97 yards and 2 touchdowns. He shredded the Steelers' defense, who is normally the best in the league. Well, let's talk about Ryan Finley. Dude looked like a bona fide star in that game. He played really well, looked like a real NFL quarterback. And the Steelers, well, let's just say the receivers made more TikToks than caught balls, as per usual.
Manno, Ryan Finley, 0-3 in his career coming into this game. What does he do? He beats a Pittsburgh Steelers defense that has been electric through the first 11 weeks. And he did a really good job, Ryan Finley. You gotta give credit to the man.
I gotta give credit to the rookie out of NC State. Played really well against Steelers defense. Everyone in the Bengals played well. Too bad it hurt their draft stock. That's really all that matters to the Bengals right about now.
In addition, I think most of us can agree, were the Steelers frauds all along?
Oh, look at that! I got a prediction right, finally!
Man, I'm going to take back what I said last week, and I'm going to say yes.
You're frauds.
I'm going to agree with Tom because I made a mistake last week.
Me and Finn both made the same mistake, yes.
I like
made the same mistake last week. Man, why am I apologizing here? But I guess I will. I'm sorry. I did get that wrong. And, them losing against the Bengals just showed me and Tom
it's
that
a
we got
big
it wrong.
proof of evidence right there. That
I got a prediction right and these two didn't. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle.
Manno, you can't even talk, Manno.
All right, well, anyways, we know the Jets can't tank, right? So who knows what's going to happen next week. We'll probably lose. I don't know what else to say anymore.
Let's hope Big Blue gets the W and is still in the race for the playoffs.
And now, since the first time the Patriots are eliminated for the playoffs in 12 years, I now have nothing to root for in sports because Michigan gone in college football. My fantasy team gone. We've outlined this 6 times. I suck. I'm a Knicks fan, so they're gonna suck. I got nothing to root for until the Rangers come back in January. It's been a rough year in me for football.
Well, we will see you all next week, but for now, stay safe and healthy. Happy holidays, everybody.
No one.
Manno.
Now is not the time.
Manno. I'm going to hit the dips, Manno.
All right, I recorded that. That's staying in.
No!